Ain't too many parts left from our initial video where we went over parts. I mean, we've got headers, engine mounts. The rest is just trans wiring, and this is all the engine wiring stuff. That's the neutral cable. But we'll concentrate on engine mounts next. All right, so we're going to start on this passenger mount right here. And it's just held on by 4 of these bolts that come in the kit. But it's pretty much, I mean, you can't go too wrong with it. You just bolt it up to there, and then the old mount, or not old mount, but these are old style mounts from the motor I took out of here. And it will just slide in like that. And that's what connects to the old K-member. So I'll get this installed, and then this one is for the other side. And it actually uses 5 bolts. So when you're putting this up, it's got 2, 4, and then be that one right there. So, and one of them goes through here. Like that. And then one will go through there like that, and one up in the corner right there. So I'll get these put on before I put those rubber mounts on. All right, both brackets are in. And as you can see now, the old rubber style mount itself will go like that. You got all those tightened up. And the other side is the same. I was able to use 5. They say, I guess some of these aren't tapped, so you can still just use 4, but it was tapped, so I'm gonna throw all 5 in there. So now we'll mount the rubber isolators, and let me think, that should be it for motor mounts. But the instructions say to trim some material, right? The bottom corner of the motor mount must be trimmed to clear block and oil pan rail on both left and right sides. So if I put this mount here, and the ears hang down, so if I put that there, it doesn't need to be on this side. So I don't know, you know, there's enough for it to sit flush. But on this side, I do need to trim. See, I try to stick it in there and it wants to hit. So I'm just going to clarify that real quick. Okay, so this is the trimming part. You see, they want to take it straight down like that. So we're pretty much going to take this rubber stuff, and there's a little bit of metal right here too. And then it looks like you take it all the way across down and lop off that ear. So we'll go ahead and cut that and then test fit. All right, here's the after. It's hard to see. That's close enough. Let's see if it fits. Oh, it's still a little warm. Okay. So we've got this one mounted back up. Clearance is still good, right on the money. Again, I took this out, put it in a vise to put this on, just because of the clearance, getting a wrench down in there. So that's pretty much it. Motor mounts are in. Before we put the motor in, it does say we have to trim for the AC. We'll have to trim, I think it's right in here somewhere. We'll take a look at that. All right, I'm inside the engine bay. This is the K-member mount, and their instructions say, I've already scribed it, we're gonna cut that little tab off, but we're also gonna come down and kind of mimic this on this side. So we'll shorten that down a little bit. This is for the air conditioning compressor. If it's on that side, which ours is, it's the low hanging side. So we'll trim it up, and then That should be it. Okay, so we've got that piece notched out. You can see I pretty much just went straight across, dropped down about an inch, and then just angled it down towards where it meets that weld right there. And you can see on their directions, it's black and white, but it says remove the area marked in yellow. So you could see they did the same thing. They came straight back like that, and that's how it ends up looking, which it's hard to see my curve, but it comes straight across right up underneath that hole like theirs. And we'll fit it before, you know, when we lower it down, we'll find out if we cut it back. But for now, I'm just going to put some paint on that. And that's the end of the instructions that came with the motor mount, so I'll probably just end the video with that. Mounts are in, it's ready. I did put the headers on, just held on by a couple bolts. I just wanted to see what they look like. And this side, there's tons of room. It's not even close to the mounts or anything. I'll take them back off to join the transmission and before I put it in a K-member. But yeah, the starter will go up in there, which, you know, the old motor, you had to take the headers off to get the starter out, and it was a pain. But this looks like it'll be so much more simpler to change the starter out. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna take these headers off, mate these two back together, drop that K-member down and slide it out and install it. But let me know if you got any questions. Thanks.